So now I get the fun part of doing the brakes. Guys, if your brake fluid looks like this, come on. I mean, come on, really? So normally what I do is I get a hose on the bleeder I'm working on. It goes down into a plastic cup. I pump it a couple times, get the fluid into the hose. And I'll take the paper towels over there and I will soak up all of this junk in here. And then I'll pour new brake fluid in, fill up the reservoir, pump it until I get new fluid coming out of that hose. And then we'll lock that bleeder down, take the hose off, move over to the next side, and do the exact same thing. It's quick, it's simple, it's easy. Anybody can do this. I mean, come on, people. And you don't introduce any air to the system because you're pumping into a cup that's already got fluid in it. So that's brake fluid change 101. When I make these clips, I do them in little sections and just kind of stitch them together with minimal editing at the end. And I realized when I was talking about flushing the brakes, I may have oversimplified that. So the idea behind this is, if you have a container down here with, it has to have brake fluid in it. If the hose is just going down and it doesn't have any brake fluid in it, then you're just going to be sucking air back up. But if it's under brake fluid, when it tries to suck up, it's not going to get any air because, well, it's under the surface. And then let's say you have this bleeder broken loose and your hose pops off or something and you get air in the system. Or when you're cleaning this out, if you don't leave enough fluid above the inlet, you'll get air in the master. So let's say shit happens, because shit always happens, and you've got air in the lines and you've got a squishy master cylinder now and you can't get it to firm up. So the first thing you need to do, and the way I do it is, there again, I take a hose and I run it from this nipple up and back into the master, into the reservoir. Then I just pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. Or you can pump it 4 or 5 times, hold it, crack it loose, and hold a rag or something over there. But this way the fluid doesn't get lost. So once you get a firm feel back in here, then you can go down and start doing the same thing, as long as your hose fits on tight and it's below the level in the fluid cup, your catch cup. So if you ever, and then let's just say you get all done, then I always end up doing a couple little pump it 4 or 5 times, hold it, crack it, that type of bleeding. And then let's just say after all that, you still have a spongy feel here. Well, then come back up and get the other air that's accumulated up in here, get that back out, and you'll get a firm master again. As I was sitting here doing this, I realized, yeah, I probably oversimplified the shit out of that. But now we've got new fluid here. I've got new fluid in the lines. Now I've got to do the rear.